Hey there, everyone. Hitesh here, and welcome to another Saturday Live. It's been a while that I have taken up any live, so I'm here finally. So I'll wait till YouTube send up some of the notification, and then we're gonna start have a chit chat or something. Hopefully YouTube will send notification. Sometimes YouTube doesn't send that. Let's wait if somebody showed up and watch this live, and then we can take your questions, have some discussion, and have some fun here. Let's wait for a few minutes. Okay, so Roshan is here. Good evening, Roshan. How's it going on? How are you handling these tough times? Okay, so looks like YouTube is finally sending the notification. Okay, program of tech. Subhash is here. Swapna. Okay, looks like people are showing up. Got notification. Okay, so YouTube is sending the notification. Good evening, Anis. How's it going on? How are you? And yes, it's been a while that we have taken up any live session. Yes, don't worry, I'll take all of your questions. We are here all sitting out, enjoying. So it's gonna be good one. Quality great as always. Thank you so much. And hopefully, as soon as some new camera comes out, we will have better quality. But this is fine too. Not really that bad. Audio is top notch as always. Video is decent. Okay, so Angular giveaway. I cannot give away the Angular framework. It's not under my control. Any tip to grow well in YouTube? Actually, I was thinking to make a video on some things that you should avoid when you make YouTube videos. I think I'll post that up in my vertical bites, which I post on my Instagram. I think that's not a good subject to actually make a video on all of that. Want beer? I don't need beer. I have my iced tea just like always. It's here, so those people who are a bit old on my channel knows my habit of iced tea. I've tried iced tea in almost every country that I've traveled, and yes, it's been here. Okay, so yeah, okay, I'll start taking up the question. Do you have any plans to start podcasts? I don't think so. I'll start any podcast as of now because podcast is more about talking with a friend or talking to some another person and having just an audio of it. I don't really have much of the audience which I can talk here. I do have my friends, best buddies, but they are not tech related. They are actually more over business side or maybe commerce side. So those are my best buddy. They were just here. We were enjoying our iced tea. Just like always, we're gonna be sipping it. What's special about iced tea? I don't know. I'm just a big fan of iced tea from a really, really long time, and I've been drinking the tea, just the iced tea, no milk and nothing. In winters it's hot lemon tea, and in summers it's iced tea. It has been my flavor, and this channel, all those people who are a bit old on this channel already knows this one. And a lot of you might be coming up from Gaurav's video where at the end I did a cameo cameo there. Gaurav thought it was beer. It was an obvious mistake. Most people think that it's a beer, but I don't mind it. Whoever thinks he has full liberty to do it. Was a fun show, nothing to take like that. It was a good show. Views on Gaurav Kapoor. He's a nice comedian, and I do have. I'm a big fanboy of all the comedians. I follow them on Instagram. Already shared this publicly that yes, I watch a whole lot of comedy shows with my friends, sometime alone in this time. But actually, I attend them in person as well. If there is any show that's happening up in Jaipur, you can find me there, sitting in the audience, enjoying the show. I've attended the shows of Zakir Khan, Biswa. Bassi was there in Jaipur when he was not that famous. So Bassi was there. Uh, Tremendous show, tremendous, amazing show of Bassi, and Upmanyu show was there in Jaipur, and a couple of others as well. I don't remember all of them, but yes, I watched them. Okay, let's take a bit of tech as well. Okay. Uh, I tried Vue UI. Vue UI is actually good, but I think in the version 3 or the next iteration of the Vue, it's going to be much, much better. So let's just hope so that it's going to get a bit more there. Okay, so, okay. Hey. Yeah, I saw Gaurav Kapoor show. Are you owner of? I'm owner or a not owner or being associated with many other companies. So I don't like to put that as upfront that, yeah, this is like personal business going on. So I don't think so. It's a good platform to discuss about my other businesses or companies. Let's just say that, yes, I am associated with many other companies and you're going to find me there too. But that's it. You shouldn't be worried about that. A company or a product should be judged based on what services they are offering. And that's it. I don't think so. It's a good platform to worry more about that part. But yes, you're going to find me at a lot of places. Okay, freelance versus full time. I think both have their own advantages. Full time has more responsibility. Freelance is a bit more shaky compared to other things. So both have their good advantages. And yeah, sir, do you know Hindi? Yes, of course, I know Hindi. I know Marwadi very well. And in fact, I talk to my grandma in Marwadi only. So that's also a language that I know. And I know Hindi, of course. We talk in Hindi at home. All of my friends actually talk in Hindi. So it just is a language, nothing too big deal. Sir, which eyeglasses you wear? I get this a lot. This is actually eyewear from Crizal. It's a well-known company, and I got it from the local shop. No sponsorship from Crizal or anybody like that. I found it really helpful when I work. I work a lot on in front of screen, and I realized that it reduces a whole lot of itching in my eyes and red eyes and all of that. In case you don't know, I do have a whole lot of under eyes, the dark ones as well. uh, what do you call them? I'm slipping the word actually. Dark circles. So I have them, and it helps it to reduce them. I have reduced a whole lot of dark circles because of them. So I think it's good for me. These are from Crizals. These are anti-reflective. So that's what it is. Next JS crash course. Yes, I'm taking all of the requests that people send me up on Instagram that what crash course should come up next, what proper full-fledged course should come up next, and a whole bunch of other things. So Arun says, attention. Okay, you got my attention. Developing a website with only Bootstrap or should I use React? It depends what you are serving, where you want to host that website, what's the backend, how frequently the data is going to be changed on the website. But I think choosing between Bootstrap and React is not even a good question because Bootstrap is just about like almost all the React app that we design are based on Bootstrap or Material or maybe anything else similar to that, Bulma or something. So these things, Bootstrap, Bulma, or Material, anything, these are for making sure that website looks good. And React is a whole different stack. So I don't think so. It's a good question to compare Bootstrap and React. It's almost like comparing Maggie with football. Like, surely I can compare them, but how am I going to compare Maggie with football? Like, it doesn't really make sense. Why Dart is not used in competitive coding? I can go ahead and say same like why you are not using Perl, why you are not using PHP. Like uh, competitive coding is just few set of languages that are mostly used, and the whole idea is how optimize you can provide a solution. That's pretty much it. That's all what we have to say. Okay, is remembering every syntax necessary? No, it's not. As a programmer, I don't expect that you're going to remember every single syntax because with every framework, it changes a lot. But if somebody who doesn't really know the syntax of if and else, maybe switch and case base, or maybe for loops, I will doubt him. But again, I don't expect that everybody is going to remember like whole syntax of every single thing. There are documentation, and we can actually go ahead and refer them all the time. Okay. Many people are asking this question, Django versus Express. It would be nice if you answer, please. I would say both of them have their own advantage. It's not like one is dominating over the other. My preference is a little bit towards the Express because it's much more simpler to code. It's not really like that Express cannot handle these kinds of API requests or Django can handle that. I think both of them can handle it nicely. But I think in the long run, if I had to build up any project, I would be leaning a bit toward Express. First and foremost, Express is very lightweight, and that's one of the major reason. The documentation is rock solid. It doesn't hinder too much with that. On the other hand, Django manages everything. You don't need Express or anything in that. It is already cooked up in that. So the learning curve is bit much. Again, Express alone cannot handle that. It just is a library. On the other hand, the Django is a full-fledged framework. So on what grounds are we comparing both of them? Again, Django being a full-fledged framework and stuff like that. There's a super chat. Let's take that question, obviously. So Rohan says, "Sir, how to start in the freelancing after your MERN course? Which platform to prefer as a newbie, and your tips for new freelancer?" I would say you should not start directly after my MERN course. I would say after my MERN course, take 1 month break, not like completely away, going away. I would say try to make couple of versions of that course, because that course is very in depth. You are having payment gateway, routing. You crunch up so many things in that. So have that portfolio or have that project in portfolio, but also make couple of variations in them. Try to sell like a gym membership. Try to sell like video membership, or maybe some iced tea. Once you have that, and create a couple of more 2 or 3 page templates as well, like a gym website, a fruit seller website, a website for me like personal portfolio. Once you have this portfolio ready, just place them on some proper place, like this is the whole work that I have done, and give them some fictitious name, and then you are ready to work as a freelancer. In the freelancer world, the biggest thing that you should have is your portfolio. Nobody cares what your degree is. Nobody cares what certification you have done. They all care about is, will you be able to finish my job? And I will doubt you that you will not. So, to clear those doubt of people, you have to say that, See, this is what I have built." And they don't see the GitHub as a repo. They just want to see the final product. They are not code savvy. So, don't just think about putting everything on the GitHub. Instead, think about that he's a guy from commerce background, or maybe from arts background, or somebody who has never seen any code in his life. So, if you can impress that guy with your portfolio, there you go. You got your very first project. And in fact, you'll get many. I think Upwork is really one fine one. Fiverr is also there. You get a lower cost project in the Fiverr, like $100, $200 only. But I think that's a good way to get started. Even if somebody is paying you just $10 or $20 in the initial days, take that project. It's very important that you finish up a whole lot of project and then you do all these stuff. So make sure you do that. It's important. What is the tattoo on your arm? That's a question for another day. We're going to take up the tattoo on some other day. Okay. React Native versus Flutter. Uh, I think that is going to be a good video for the comparison in 2020, and I will make it very soon because these video get a whole lot of attention. Is PEGA worth learning? I need some info about it. I have no idea what's that and how one should approach to it. I need to do some research. As of now, I'm not aware of PEGA. Sorry, couldn't be much more help in that. Book recommendation for data structure. There is only just one book, Corman, CLRS. I think that's what they call it nowadays, but I think that's the one, CLRS. I think that's a very good book, but it's missing a whole lot of theory and documentation. It's having all the algorithms and bit on the shorter level, but I think it's one book that all you need, and you can do a whole lot after that. How many hours you work, sir? I don't have much of the hour as defined. I just work whenever I like to work, because this is the studio where I live, where I work out even nowadays. I have got my own gym here in the studio. So this is all the day I like to do. So most of the time I'm sitting on the desk, either making the videos, doing some project work, preparing some of the features for you in the upcoming courses or something like that. So I don't really count how many hours I'm working. All I just say is like, yeah, I like to do these stuff. Who is the youngest full stack developer of India? I don't really understand this thing, which nowadays a lot of people want to do. Recently, I was checking out the comment section on, I think, on LinkedIn or on the YouTube section. Somebody posted that I want to become a 14-year-old developer working in Google. I would say, why would you like to do that? I would never like to do that. Like, even if today I would say, like, as long as I can take my time to learn the things, I would give that. I am not in a hurry, and you should also not be in a hurry. 14 year, like you're wasting your entire childhood. So much fun, and you want to work for a corporate life, which is absolutely brutal. You just see all the charms of their office, and that's why you want to say that as a 14-year-old I want to work. I would never like to do that. It's like killing your childhood, killing your all the freedom. How could you know in the 14-year-old that I'm going to be like only a programmer? You could be a programmer. On top of that, you can be a chef and you can be a photographer. But if you'll be working on a corporate at 14-year-old, definitely you will be just a programmer. It's good. It's good. You should be. It's a good platform, good money, good life compared to various other things. I appreciate that. But I think getting it as early as a childhood, I don't appreciate that. Okay, how to host website? Depends how you're building the website. HTML, CSS, drag and drop onto a server. That's it. HTML, CSS, PHP. Yeah, even drag and drop will work. Do you have MySQL? Do you have Postgres? Is it built in React? Is it built in Angular, Vue, Django? So how? What you are calling as a website? That's one. Sir, is Zoom a Chinese product? What is not a Chinese product? I'm not even sure that this glass that I'm having, is it Chinese or not? This mic, is it Chinese or not? The phone that you are having in your pocket, is it Chinese or not? The Paytm that you are using, is it Chinese or not? It's really a tough question to answer. And I think that's a subject for vertical bites. Is corporate good place? It's like generalizing. Are humans good? Are humans good? Can you answer that? I don't know. Some are, some not. Similarly, generalizing all the corporate. So, yeah. So, you missed some super chats. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I missed it because all the chats which are there, which usually hangs up, I see them. Otherwise, I'm just picking questions to discuss from here. Okay, there we go. Another super chat by Vishesh Sachdev. I completed my data structure and algo in C++. What should my next step? Please give detailed idea. I'm currently in first year BTech. I think that's a great start that you have already got in the first year, that you have complete your C++ as well as you have completed DSA. I would say divide your time into two parts and use it as 70-30. 70% focus should be on building the stuff, and 30% focus should be on doing the competitive programming. Don't do more than like 2 or 3 problems a day. That is way more than. Or just stick to a plan that I'll solve just 2 problems of competitive programming a day. That's the book you want to refer. That's Cracking the Coding Interview. Pretty decent book, but that's in Java, so you might want to avoid that in that case. So give your 30% solving 2 problems a day for competitive programming, and rest 70% of the time, or maybe an hour or 2 hour, in learning from courses. I have got plenty of courses in just 200 rupees. Full Angular courses there, full React courses there. JavaScript is free. MongoDB is free. Total Mern stack is just in 199. And we have a dedicated team to answer your questions as well. So that should be your plan. 70-30. 70% for learning the things, how you make the stuff, and 30% for competitive programming so that you can crack the interview. Giving you the fact that competitive programming is used just for cracking the interviews. Once the interview is over, that's it. Nobody asks you those kinds of questions anymore. Everybody will say that, what can you build? Can you build a route which is protected by authentication or not? So you should be able to answer these questions as well. I think that sums up your question pretty nicely. Okay, finally, we got COVID-19 antiviral drug. I don't think so. You should be posting these kinds of things in the chat. This is like posting misinformation here. If that would be out, I would be seeing that in the news. Let that come from the proper resource. Let's not spread any rumors of finding these cures or nothing. It's actually good. Django course. It's already available at Learn Code Online. Hey, are you Indian? Yes, I am 100% Indian. With I hold Indian passport. I hold Aadhaar card. What else should I show up here? Just because I speak a language which is English doesn't mean I am not Indian. I see this a lot on my channel. A whole lot of hate comes in because, hey, you don't speak English like Indian. And then I realized, yeah, that's kind of a thing that people from the east side of our country might be facing. That's kind of a thing the southern people might be facing in the country, because everybody should be same. That's how some people think. Game development series. No, I'm not into game development as of now. How you prevent your courses from leak? I don't do that much to prevent the leak, although I can actually DRM encrypt a whole lot of my courses. We do actually do DRM encryption on a lot of courses. But in general cases, we either put up like copyright notices or something. If it's giving us too much of harm, then we don't even shy to post something like a court notice. We have done it a couple of times where people were just selling our courses in their campus. We came to know about it with proof, and then we actually hired a lawyer to actually give them a notice. So yeah, we do that sometime, but usually people are good. They inform us all these things, and most people don't do it even. Like, nobody wants to just put up their career for 200 rupees. Usually people don't do that. But if they do it, people inform us a lot. People are very, very friendly. Is Spring worth learning now? Yes, 100%. It's definitely worth learning. It's not going anywhere in India, especially. So I think it's good. Okay, website quotation tips. Depends on how much the client is willing to pay. Because the same project, oh, there's a super chat. It's from Abhishek Kumbhar. It says, how to start with web development. I am beginner in web. I previously did programming in C and Python. I think you should start with my complete front-end developer bootcamp. That's the one you should start with. And that's a perfect way to start your web development, because learning HTML, CSS, making few websites in that, then learning Bootstrap, JavaScript, that is all covered up there. So I think, and that's a very, very cheap course. Also, you get full support from our team. You get a whole lot of, I think, 13 or 14 projects are there to build your portfolio, and you can have it, and that will be a very good start. Web development, you can do it through Python as well later on, but understanding that how HTML, CSS is working and how it is giving us a final product is the most important thing. Later on, you can utilize your Python skills in having frameworks like Django, but C, it's not really for web development. It's moreover for system-based programming. So I think C is not going to be much used there, but it's going to be good knowledge with you. So use Python there later on, but start with the complete front-end developer bootcamp. Or in case you want to learn it on your own, start with HTML, CSS, make few projects. There's another super chat. Django versus Node.js, which to learn and use cases for a beginner in web development? I would say it depends. Which one do you think is more friendly to you? Are you more friendly and comfortable with Python, or are you more comfortable and friendly in JavaScript? And I realized a whole lot of people think that JavaScript is much more friendly, although people are crazy about moreover in the Python side, but they realize that JavaScript is much more friendly and a whole lot of things that they can do already in JavaScript. That's why Node.js is usually considered as easier to learn, and that's why a lot of people jump into that node-based stacks. Whether that's mean, mern, that's a different story. On the other side, if you think that I can do anything and everything in Python, then you're going to be feeling right at home in Django. But the picture doesn't end here. The majority of the people who feel like really discomfort in the web development is the backend part, because they haven't seen any time how the MySQL query runs, or how the MongoDB works, how to associate all these tables in between, how to associate the collections, associating IDs. That's where most people say that, uh, I'm not feeling very comfortable with Node or Django. So make sure whatever is your comfortable zone, whatever is your comfortable zone, Python or JavaScript, just pick according to that. If you think JavaScript is good, go for Node based. If you think that Python is my forte, then go for that. Face is glowing. Thank you. Rana Shoaib said, I made a YouTube clone. I want to share it with you. How can I? You can share it on Instagram. That would be nice. I would love to see how you are doing and what kind of clone and what scale you have actually built it up. There's a super chat by Aditya Deep. Thank you so much. Let's pick up a couple of more questions. MTech versus MBA. I think Anirudh, AI enthusiast and entering in. Yeah, looks like a whole lot of Nitesh says, you have seen me in a stand-up comedy. Yes, I know. I was there in Gaurav's show. Somehow that's getting a whole lot of attention. Okay, so should I go for Bootstrap or Materialize? I think I'm about to make a video on the next version of Bootstrap, which is going to change a whole lot of things in the web. I'm more biased towards Bootstrap. I love it more, and I love the ability to change it because it's in the SCSS and a lot of things are in just variable. You can actually recompile your own version of Bootstrap, and everything will be changed. Your primary colors, your secondary color, your success, your info, your danger color will be totally changed. That is why I love it so much. And to be honest, the material is actually too flat to see that. So that's why I prefer Bootstrap. There's a super chat. It says, sir, your review on the Head First Java book, and will the HSC marks affect the career as of now and upcoming future? I am pretty low on it, like just 60%. Okay, Head First Java is a good book. I haven't read it completely, but yes, I actually refer that couple of times. It was there in our office as well when we were having that office. Uh, Corona time is sucking that up. But anyways, I think it's a very good book. It can be sometimes very difficult to understand, but in some cases only. But rest of the thing, I think they are pretty rock solid. Another question that you are saying is your HSC marks. I would say yes, it affects, especially in the colleges. See, the thing is, if you're applying outside of your college, you're directly entering in the company through cracking any coding interviews or through references, then it doesn't really matter. They are not going to be bothered much. But since when companies come to college, the college actually sets these criteria. Company never asks that we are going to only take the students with 70% or 60%. But since colleges see that a whole lot of people are sitting in the campus and companies get uncomfortable with too much of the crowd, they say, hey, people who are only having 70% percentage, please come in. Then they say, oh, like 500 people came in. So they'll say, no, no, we're not taking 70%, only come whose 70% is in 10th and 12th and in college as well. So this actually makes things a little bit critical, that you haven't done anything wrong in the college, but still you are not able to sit in the campus placement. That's because of too much of crowd. So that's the fact. If you have low percentage, you're going to face a little trouble. So what can I do? There's another super chat by Rohan. It says, from non-tech dropout student to full stack developer, I want to share my story. I hope that I will help others. So can I? If yes, then how? I think you can reach me out on Insta or maybe on my email, hitesh@lco.dev. And please write the subject properly because it's getting crowded. So write it properly. I would love to share it. But to be honest, I don't really support that much to the dropouts because I think it's not really good that I should boast too much that, hey, everybody should drop out. Not a big fan of dropout. I think everybody should at least complete their graduation. But I would love to hear your side of story. So, and congratulations that you are a full stack developer. But I think you should encourage people more that at least complete your education. It's good. And I think you will agree to me on that some point. Yes, I'm the one who actually say a whole lot on even the TEDx talk about the bad part of college. But I think still you should get that. There's another super chat by Raj. It says Expo versus React CLI. React CLI. Which one is best? I read in some blog that they said Expo doesn't support some native libraries, and your Angular course is really awesome. Thank you. My personal experience with one of the client is I would say go for React CLI. Expo is decent. I would any given day prefer React CLI. Expo gives you a top layer on some of the things, but I would any day given I would prefer React CLI. Even I will recommend that too. And thank you so much for Angular course. You are enjoying that. I'm super happy for that. Ashutosh Rathi is a new member. You don't need to become a member actually. Thank you so much if you become, but I don't think you need that. You can just ask question directly. How are openings for Java Spring, non-microservices Angular? Uh, if you are going for Spring, you should go for microservices because you're going to see all the openings for the Java. First and foremost, Java Spring and Angular is a very, very great combination that people are looking up in the corporate, but don't exclude the microservices. You will need it. And even if you can sprinkle some of the AWS knowledge on that, that would be great advantage. but don't leave out the microservices. You are missing a whole lot of opportunities. Please don't do that. It's really not good for anybody. Okay, so, and I'm really happy that Raj is really enjoying the Angular course. A whole lot of people are enjoying and sending a whole lot of messages as well. I really see all of them. Yes, literally all of them on Instagram. Right now, I think I have 50 more requests to see, but I think that's fair enough for somebody who is having that much of crowd or Instagram. Just 50 is okay. Okay, so there's another coding brother. Hello, Tej sir. I learned Python and now working on Django, but I don't want to be in a corporate, but want to have fun in programming. So can you suggest something? I think having initial days of corporate experience is necessary before you do your own startup or your own project or maybe a YouTube channel or whatever. Uh, to be honest, you cannot live just on YouTube. That's the hard fact. You will not get enough of money even after having a million subscriber that can actually say that you can live totally on YouTube. That's not the case. That's the hard fact of it. If the policies would have allowed, I would show you that entirely that this is my income from the YouTube and you don't get much from there. But having some of the corporate experience is necessary so that you start learning about how to read from documentation and a whole bunch of things. And then you can go ahead and do that. Okay, so how are you at the upcoming market? How are you at the upcoming market? The upcoming market is very cutthroat. Let's see how it goes on. AWS, what to learn? Is that even a question? Is that even a question? Uh, AWS worth learning? It's 100%. It's 100%. You should be learning it. Okay, so there's a question. There's a statement rather by Marwan Ahmad. It says, "Sir, I have taken your Android P26 Plus project course. Until now, I have published 2 apps in the Play Store. Awesome. First and foremost, awesome that you have published two apps. That's a very big achievement that you have reached to the Play Store. That's a very big deal already. But sir, I want to go more deeper in Android. How can I do it? Till now, I'm just using Java. You will be going deeper just by using Java only. The deeper in the Android doesn't mean that you have to take a course or you have to like take another advanced course. No, going deeper means how can you play with the database? How much more feature can you provide to the user? That's the whole fact. Even a to-do app can be fairly complex. Have you seen this app TickTick? That is just a to-do app, but it is so much complex to have it. So try to build something like this. And once you know all these basic features that you have learned in the course, I don't think you need anything else. It's just how you want to implement those features. That's the whole idea for it. Everyone says would gonna end tomorrow. What's your opinion? As I said, I'm not afraid about if the world is gonna end tomorrow. I'm afraid what if we are gonna survive, how we are gonna survive. That's my worry point. If it ends, I'm all open. Come and just get it. I'm all open to just the world to end or everything to just crash off. I'm okay with that. I don't mind it. Okay. There's another super chat by Sumit. It says, "Hello, sir. I'm good at PHP Node. A lot of pro people says that it's JS time. Learn a good language like Rust, Java, Python. Do I need to learn Java?" There's a lot of questions and all scattered around. You know PHP and Node. Lots of pro says that it's JavaScript runtime. Learn a good language. So, what do you really want to ask in this? Why are you so much like clumsy in that? I would say, yes, of course, this is JavaScript time. A really lot hot is there in the world of JavaScript, and its runtime is really, really good. It's nothing like that should be a con of a language. It's a pro of this language, and I think having a skill in JavaScript is really, really good right now. Since you're already having skill knowledge in PHP, you won't be taking much time in switching into JS. It's a different learning curve compared to PHP, but once you get a hands on it, then it's all good. And learning a language from Rust, Java, Python. Do I need to learn Java? No, you don't need to learn it. If it is for your use, you surely can. I think you don't need to focus too much on Python, Java, and all of this like PHP, JavaScript. Learn. If you're already working as a professional, just grab a couple of them. Like with the JavaScript, grab Python, and I think you are already unstoppable with the PHP knowledge already in your hand. So that's okay. And make sure, uh, Aditya says, sir, no reply. Just ask question. I'm trying my best. Serverless framework, good or bad? Absolutely good. Dope. Really, really dope. Where is your iced tea? You asked it. We got it. Iced tea is all up here. Iced tea is something really, really good. How to get source code of any app? No, you don't get source code of any app. If that would be possible, I would love to grab the source code of uh, this Instagram, and I would love to bring the feature to every single app, every single messaging app, double tap and the heart. I would love to get this feature in everyone. So you don't get source code of everything. Tattoos. Some people are obsessed about my tattoos. Do you see them? Yeah, they are there. Let them be there. And probably I'll get few more. Flutter for web. I think it's not ready. It's not cooked. It's not mature enough. And it's not producing good amount of HTML and CSS on the back end. I don't think it's going to be ready at least this year. Next year, maybe more. But I don't think so. Right now, Flutter is ready for web. Definitely, it's not yet ready for even mobile. It's getting there. But right now, no, I'm not ready to put my eggs in the Flutter basket. Magento e-commerce future. Should I go with PHP CMS? I really never liked Magento. I think it's good. It's decent for somebody, but I think if you are that much short on the time, why not to go with Shopify? Why to use Magento? I never liked this Magento framework, to be honest. Their structure, their code is a mess. It's not really built well. And I personally don't like it. These are my opinions. It might be great for some people, but I don't really like it that much. It's not very code friendly. And should I go with PHP CMS? I wouldn't I wouldn't be going that. Laravel is just one exception, which is really, really nicely built and nicely coded in the PHP. But apart from that, I don't think so. Dialogflow end-to-end video. If you remember, if you're following me from a long time, if you remember on the early days when I was not on Instagram, I posted a bot of Dialogflow on my Facebook page, associated it with the Facebook page so that you can reply it automatically answer. People crashed it within five minutes. 5,000 messages in 5 minutes. And I was like, I cannot afford that much of server. So maybe in the some days I'll do that. It was just a fun project. I thought it to be like that. AWS or Azure? AWS. Yeah, I am biased. Who is not? If I'll give you like a chocolate or something spicy, you will pick, and I'll say just pick one or the other. You're gonna pick anything, so I'm picking up anything here, and that's AWS. Flutter for mobile app is the best or not? I don't know how you consider things as best. Like, I don't know. How do you consider things as best? Good project for resume in JavaScript. I think a project which is fairly complex and dealing with at least uh, two tables in the database or two collections, and one payment gateway that is must have, and one clone of any big website, Amazon or maybe YouTube. What else? Something like this. At least these two I expect, and one something which is really beautiful, one which is very complex in the working side, one which is very complex in the beautification of it. So that would be two I would love to see. Best text editor for massive coder. I think go for Vim. It's going to be good for you. And if you need something else, Sublime Text is there for massive code. I think VS Code can also handle the massive code. I haven't actually tried it on some really, really big code, but I think it's good. Oh, Brian is there. Thank you so much for super chat. Hey, Tesh, do you do shoutouts for YouTube? I live in California and I can only set certain super chat. Please help. Uh, I how can I do shoutouts like shout out to Brian, but actually I don't promote like YouTube channels or products or something like that. If there is any software or service, you can reach me out at hitesh@lco.dev. And I'm really open. If you just want to have a talk or chit chat, you are also a programmer. I would love to do an Insta live with you. I don't really mind it. You don't need to even pay me for that. I'm okay. If just a friend has a want you want, I can do that. And what else do you want me to you want to know? Do you do shoutouts for YouTube? Surely, if your channel is good enough, I can do it without any money too. I don't really mind. Okay, loving the new home background. Uh, yep, this is the studio that I got, and that's the iced tea bottle. Uh, Sponsored, let's just say. They are not giving my any money, but they are giving me enough power to do these live chats. So yeah, any insight on blockchain? Let me tell you this one more time. I've said it hundreds of times. As soon as the blockchain is going to get mainstream, we're going to see lots of jobs in that. As soon as we're going to see some rock solid projects in that, you're going to see a lot of videos on my channel. But till the time it becomes mainstream, till the time it cannot really serve the student or me in getting a job or something, I won't be getting into the blockchain till that time. Because once I get into it, I will definitely prepare an in depth course on it. That's the one thing I would love to do. But if it is just having a hype and not some under the hood uh, implementations, I won't be going in that. I don't have really that much of time. So, yeah. Start slow mode in the chat. I don't know how to do a slow mode. The slow mode actually appears when I go from my mobile phone, but I'm not from my mobile phone. I'm on my desktop and it doesn't give me that uh, slow mode inside this one. Thought on Golang, its application. We'll do Golang someday. I think the updates in the C++ made Golang really, really slow after that. Not like literally slow, but the speed of popularity. Okay, please explain about WebAssembly. That is going to be a good topic for some dedicated video. Now that we have Angular, that path is already cleared up. We can actually go for WebAssembly, even Ionic. A lot of paths are open up now. Okay, it should give you what should give me. Like, I don't get the context of it. Okay, please explain about WebAssembly. We have already gone that. Use OBS. Yes, I am thinking to do a different live chat setup. Even I can try to play some games while we get that. But then I won't be able to read the chat that I'm doing right now, which is the one thing I love. And in fact, we do a lot of Instagram live as well, where where you can join me up as a one-to-one. We have a chit chat and talk. That is actually much better. And I think YouTube should also introduce it that anybody can do a super chat and can have like a 2 minute or 1 minute session with me, or even without that, without super chat, I can allow some of you. That would be really one of my favorite thing. I think if I can talk to somebody for a minute or two, that is way better than just reading the text. Let's just say there's a super chat by Nayan. It says, are there really more opportunities for data science AI for freshers or Java development? Okay. Is data science just hype for fresher if I'm interested in machine learning AI and not in data analysis? I would say, is data science and machine learning and AI is all hyped up? I would say a lot is hyped up. A lot is hyped up. For freshers, definitely there are jobs, but majorly in startups. If you think that you're going to get a data science job or a data analytics job on the day one in a big scale company like Amazon or Microsoft, the chances are very, very low, especially if you haven't done like masters in specialization in just the AI or data science. The chances are really, really low. Usually, once you have these data science knowledge and once you have migrated into the company through other section, maybe for web development or Android app, then you can tell after a year or 6 months that, hey, I have got expertise in this as well. You can use my talent to move into different team. And that's how majority of people actually do. If you remember, there's one video on my Instagram, which is from Akshay Morani. He is currently working in Google on the team of these data science analytics. And he was sharing the exact same story that, yes, I was never hired as a data engineer or data scientist in Google. I hired moreover onto web dev team. And then I showed that I can do this and migrated there. So yes, there's a whole lot hype going on. And yes, there is enough of opportunities on Java development, on Android, on Angular, React. All of them are pretty rock solid. In fact, I would say more opportunities are there because they are not fulfilled by the programmers. Most programmers are actually busy in seeking the job for AI and uh, these machine learning. That's why the opportunities are much, much more here. Okay. My girlfriend affected by corona. It's gonna be okay. It's not really that deadly. I wish that she gets well really, really soon. And take care. Just have regular talks. I think that's gonna be good. This is a hard time, and she needs you. So go ahead and do that. In fact, I would say that instead of watching this live, you should be messaging her. Books for Go, please. There are not good books on the go right now. Use the documentation. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Non-tech. Okay. A whole lot. To be honest, a whole lot of YouTubers that I watch. And some of them are very, very underrated, uh, but they are pretty, pretty awesome. There's this one guy, I forgot that. I actually forget the name. As soon as the question comes up, I just try to remember. There is this guy, if you'll search for Alok Pandey, he is a damn good comedian. Really awesome. I don't know if you have actually seen him or not. He is very, very underrated. I watch him. There are a lot of others, non-tech YouTuber that I watch regularly, but I don't really boast them because I don't know why. But really, I watch a lot of YouTube videos from non-tech people too. They are super awesome. Okay, I want to Okay, there's a super chat. Let's go there. Hello, sir. A thank you note. Really, thank you, Anas Khan. It's you and your courses that today I'm a freelancer and soon opening a company, taking projects worth lakhs. Thank you so much. And in fact, I'm super, super happy that with these courses, you are able to open up even a startup. Like, you can't even imagine how it feels that I was responsible for somebody to give him enough of direction that he is now going to open up a company and even give jobs to many people. Like, this is really something big for me. Like, I would love to visit your company one day. I would love to have a chit chat and probably share an iced tea with you in your company. Only thing that I can wish you for now is you get a whole lot of success. Like, that should be really, really a multi-million dollar business for you. That's the whole thing I can wish. And maybe we're gonna sit together in your office and we'll drink some iced tea. And thank you so much for sharing this note. It really gives me a great feeling that yes, I'm doing it. And again, to all the people who are watching this, these people are openly, publicly saying that, yes, your course has helped me out. So these are not any reviews or something. So, yes, these courses are helping out without any promise that, hey, this is a job assistance or we will refer you to that company. See, you just provide skills and people are going to do everything on their own. They just need skills and the right direction to move forward. I'm not saying I'm 100% correct or I'm going to change your life entirely. But yes, these things actually feels good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, actually, too much happy. Okay. I wanted to ask if I should start learning Java alongside with Python. I think they are pretty heavy as a language. I won't be dealing up with that. Okay, there's a nice question by who's Ayush Mishra. He says, "Why DS and algorithm when nobody literally use it in real development?" I would say yes, you are right. In the real world development, we don't care too much about the data structure, but it's not 100% correct. At the time of optimization of the code or iteration of the code, we do that. Hey Tesh, please let me know if you have received my email. I have emailed you prior as well. Let's have a chat. Let me just check quickly if I have received the email. Please, rest of the people, don't reach out to my personal email. This Yes, I have got from you super chat. Yep, Brian, I got you. I got your email, Brian. Thank you. Once this session gets over, just after that, within 5 minutes, I will drop you a hi on email, and then we can have a chit chat. No problem in that. Okay. Somebody was asking about workout. I don't know where that goes up. So, uh, do we annoy you? No, not at all. By the way, love from Kashmir. Where is that chat? No, you don't annoy me anytime. You can reach me out on Insta and things. See, the thing is, asking question is 100% your right, but there's a little more. Giving answer is 100% my right. Whoever the question I want to take, whoever the chat I want to ignore, That's my right. And you should respect my right too. Just like I'm respecting, you can ask any question, personal to private life, to the public life, to the YouTube life. Feel free to ask anything. Replying to them or ignoring to them or not answering them should be my right. So just like I'm respecting your right, you should respect my right. How was your comedy experience on Zoom? Pretty fantastic. Actually, I've attended multiple of them. There was this nice show by Puneet Pania. Not a lot of people showed up, but it was nice. Then the Gaurav experience, it was way above. Like so far, the best experience was Gaurav. But I got a couple of more tickets. So in case they are gonna also upload their Zoom call, I will be there. So I got a couple of more tickets of a couple of other shows. You're gonna see me there. Okay. I think that's all what we're going to do for today. It was really fun. I know I'm not able to come up every single Saturday, but I'm being super active on Instagram as well. So go follow me up there as well, Hitesh Chaudhary Official. Probably we'll have another interview podcast ish session there very soon. And I'll try to go live on the next Saturday also, but no promises. Maybe I'll get some free time. And we are working on some more feature to bring on Learn Code Online. I hope you're going to enjoy them. I hope you're going to love them. And that's all what we're going to do in today's live session. I know you guys want to have a little bit more, but I got a little bit more work to do so that I can prepare more videos for you. And by the way, you'll be getting another video on tomorrow, 10 o'clock, sharp 10 a.m. We're going to continue our view series. In fact, you're going to get videos 10 a.m. Till next few days. So watch out for that. Hit that subscribe button as well and bell notification to get that. Even if you don't get it, you're going to get that. Okay, so your workout transformation. I don't have any workout transformation. I'm not really like super ripped or super fat. I'm just doing okay. And I'm happy with that. Maybe in some of the other videos, I'll show you my home gym, which I recently installed. So, yep, I got my home gym now. Okay, so that's it for this one. Thank you so much for joining up. Oh, I didn't realize that we guys are like almost 600 and only 300, almost 400 hit that like button automatically. Thank you so much. And you're going to get more awesome video on Vue.js. In fact, a little bit more on the latest Bootstrap as well. Very, very soon, probably day after tomorrow. I'll see how the editing is going on. So that's it for this one. Good night. And I would say, please take care. It's really tough time. It's COVID situation. It's mentally very, very unstable. It's business-wise, it's very unstable. But don't worry. I will try to give you enough of content to learn. And I will just pray that all of you remain healthy, all of your family remains healthy. The number one thing that we should do in 2020 is stay alive. Thank you so much. And bye-bye, all of you. Bye-bye, Siddhant. Bye-bye, Prasanna, KB. Bye-bye, Ritesh. Bye-bye, Shivam. Code loving your C++ course. Prasanna, Shafi, uh, Chiku. Okay. So there we go. Okay. Bye-bye, all of you.